What if I told you guys there was one main thing you could do to prevent a whole bunch of diseases? Look, I love a good economic standpoint. If you can do one thing that's gonna help you eliminate or prevent a ton of different diseases, I'm all in. But first, I wanna ask you guys a question, and don't laugh at this question. I ask everyone this, but I think I know the answer already. How many of you have felt extremely stressed over the last few months, last half a year, last year even? If you have, raise your hand. I know I have. Life's been coming at us quickly, faster than we want to admit sometimes, and is taking a toll on us. From political issues to lockdowns to a virus, all these things are trying to override our daily life and taking us away from where we need to be. You guys, I want to read this to you real quick because stress is not just an annoyance, stress is a huge factor when it comes to our health. See, if you just Google how much does stress affect chronic disease, what pops up right away is chronic stress weakens the immune system and can cause a variety of different problems like chronic disease, which in our country are heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, things that are affecting us over a period of time, weight gain, heart disease. And battling chronic stress can feel like you're getting better and getting worse. It's this vicious cycle of things never truly getting better, which can lead to fatigue, headaches, problems with your immune system can weaken that. But you guys, you have to understand stress at first before you ever hope to achieve a resolution that you want, a favorable one. See, stress, when it affects the body, can be either good or bad. If there's too much stress coming in, and the inability for the body to handle and adapt to that stress, we get a bad output. In science, it's called hyperfacilitation. In our terms, it's called an increased activity of your nervous system. Things are just go, 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 fire, fire, fire all the time, and that leads to burnout, which wears down all other systems. So you guys hear us talk about this all the time, how important your nervous system truly is. But the stress puzzle is really two-sided. There's two separate variables. So when we talk about stress coming in, I can't change that in your life. That's up to you. But one of the best things that you can do throughout the day, I'll give you two best things. One, eliminate the things that are stressing you out. And you can't eliminate all of them. But one thing you can eliminate, or at least reduce, is social media. You guys, it's gotten rough out there. Different sides spewing different pieces of information, being very combative. And that's not most of us, but that's some people, and that affects us too. The other way you can help eliminate or mitigate the amount of stress coming into you is to take a break, period. And not a long break, but a small break. Take a break and just breathe. You guys, we've taught on this topic of box breathing many times in the past. So if you don't know what box breathing is, make sure you ask us in the office. We'll happily show you guys. But when you take a second and breathe, that long, deep, full breath, that actually helps stimulate the vagus nerve, calming that down, taking you away from the overactive aspect of stress on the body. The other side of that equation, the other variable, is how well you can adapt to the stress you have in your life. And because your nervous system is that interface through which you get to do and live life, from the external to the internal body, that nervous system, if it's overwhelmed, if it's not firing properly, if it's hyperfacilitated, yes, it does come from subluxation and misalignment in the spine, that will give you the inability to adapt to those stresses. So when things do go wrong in life, when you do get a curveball, if you can't handle it, that will wreak havoc on your body. And if you ever want to improve something, you have to first know where it's at. And I wish I was as good as I pretend to be sometimes, guys. I wish I could just look at you and tell you where you are on that adaptability spectrum, but I can't. My hands can't, my brain can't. So we use a tool to make sure that we can know exactly where you're at. You guys have all had that HRV, that heart rate variability test done on you before. Finger in the sensor for 3 minutes, reading the variability between the beats of your heart. That is the number one thing science is now using to show you how adaptable you are to the stresses you have in your life, how well functioning your nervous system is, how worn down it is in some cases, and how exhausted you are in those cases too. So you guys, make sure you're doing the things you can. Remember the three things on two different sides of the equation. One, eliminate the things that are stressing you to the extent that you can. Get rid of social media for a while. Number two, make sure you're taking a break, breathing deeply, slowing it down. And on this side, number three, which I think is the most important thing you can do, is to make sure you're getting adjusted to calm down that nervous system, okay? You guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you take some of this information and apply it to your life. I am here to help you guys get healthy. You are my responsibility, so I do all that I can. Just make sure you're taking this information we send out to you guys every Monday and applying it to your life, because if you keep applying it to your life step by step, you'll get healthier and healthier and healthier, okay? So that's it for today's lunch and learn, you guys. I hope you guys enjoy this, and I'll see you guys soon in the office.